Hello and welcome to a new series I'm going to try and do called Theme Park Appreciation. I'm right now stuck in my room because I might have coronavirus, so I'm trying to think of new ways that I can think about theme parks and publish theme park content. And one thing I really wanted to do is pay attention to the small things in theme parks. Things that you don't really pay attention to, not rides, not shops, not even restaurants, but even smaller than that, and talk about how important they are to the guest experience. So the first thing I want to talk about comes from Pandora, the world of Avatar, at Disney's Animal Kingdom in Orlando, Florida, and these are the plants. Now, plants in theme parks are kind of interesting because sometimes they're just placed in a themed area because they fit the theme. You might have bamboo or palm trees in a jungle themed area, or pine trees in a forest or mountain themed area. They're all meant to fit some sort of theme of the land. Now in Pandora, it's more than that. Instead of just doing this, which they do have certain types of actual plants that go into the land, but most of the plants that you see are man-made. And the fact that they made hundreds of these man-made plants is ridiculous. But we're just going to talk about how important they are to the story of the land. So the story of the land is you are able to walk on another planet. And if you were on that planet and a majority of what you saw were objects and rock formations and shops that looked like you'd be able to see them on Earth, then that land wouldn't be believable. So what Imagineers did, Imagineers are the people who create the lands for Walt Disney theme parks, is they went and they paid attention to the ecosystem of this land, which is something that is far beyond what really any theme park land does. And they focused on plants. Now, right here I have a piece of merchandise, but it's made to look like one of the plants you might find on Pandora. Now, this plant is expertly sculpted. This one's made out of fiberglass, but the ones you find in the land are much more durable, and they are meant to weather hurricanes, and they are in this land to make you feel like you are really on this planet. So they're not just in the land and around the paths, they're also in attractions. So talking about the ones in the land, how do you decide what the plants look like, why they're there? The Imagineers actually paid attention to what kind of function do certain plants have. Do they release a certain type of air or a certain type of element into the air? So if that is the case, would they need to be near where a certain animal may or may not have lived on that planet? What does a water-based plant look like next to a land-based plant? What is the difference between a large version of a plant and a small one? How does it grow? How does it function? How does it repopulate? So would you find a lot of these plants in one area versus another? These are things that are never thought of in theme parks, and the fact that these Imagineers really paid attention to the biochemistry of a land is insane. So these aren't, like I said, they're not just in the outdoor section of the park, they are also in the two attractions. So Flight of Passage is a screen-based attraction, but there's one scene in the queue where you think that you're outside. And the way they do that is not just because of the lighting or because the transition in the rock work. It's because of the plants that you see them and your mind automatically knows that they would only exist in an outdoor situation. But why do you know that? These are all plants that don't exist on Earth. How do you know that? It's because of the engineering of the plant, how it interacts with plants around it, how it's lit, how it grows. I think that's incredible that they were able to do this just for one scene in a queue of an attraction. Now, the other attraction, Navi River Journey, focuses on the ecosystem, the plant life, and the nature, the beauty of the nature of the world of Pandora. And here, plants are just, they take on a whole new level. And it's not just the plants that look like just vines or grass. These are plants that exist above you. What does a hovering plant look like? How would a frog, or the equivalent of a frog on Pandora, how would that jump from one plant to another? How would the gravity on Pandora react to that frog jumping on that plant? How do plants look if they are virtual? There are some virtual scenes on this ride that are screen-based projections. How do those look so they match the plants that are physically created near you? How are they lit? Obviously, this is mostly a blacklight attraction. And how do they grow around different things? This attraction is beautiful. Yes, it's short. Yes, it's not really an adult thrill attraction, but if you are looking to see true beauty in a theme park attraction, there's nothing better than Navi River Journey. So this is not going to be a series where I bash any theme parks, where I talk like, oh, this is better than this. Here, all I'm trying to do is talk about the beauty of parks, the work that goes into creating them, and how something that might be overlooked, like the plants in a land, function to be so much more than what they appear at first glance. So thank you for taking the time to watch this really quick video. I'm not gonna do much editing with these. It's just gonna be me talking and me expressing my appreciation for these features. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.